watching all this channel and it's funny talk about duplication. They said something interesting. Cyrus is the Greek word curios, which means Lord. I check it. I remember was a so-called Hungarian chronicle which say that Alex the Great actioned in the 500s, so not 300s, you know. Plus came, they talk always about, you know, Egypt also, Jew connection, Idan also say the Scythian king, but there was his action versus Darius here. But in Megasthenes he said that he entered in Egypt. We don't know, Scythians in the time of Darius entered in Egypt. But there was Scythians entered in Egypt, so they not entered in Justinus, because they say the morashes of that the border prevented the Scythians to enter in Egypt. It's about some bigger story and other story, some, you know. They let you puzzles here and there in. So even, but Megasthenes says, remember I saw in somewhere Google that they officially say that that means there were two Idantiroses, you know, one in the time of Darius and one, I don't know. Alex also enters in Egypt, probably Darius when he expands the Persian Empire also enters. So it's not even need, you not even need to observe direct deeper connection, but just if you look at it already, you think that it's all duplicates, man. Because the Scythians are deleted from everywhere in history, you know. Entered, not entered, but they go into, or they are beaten always, to the, you know. Came in my head, the king is Basileus in Greek, the Basho in Slavic is big, great, you know. Alex is the law name, like Lex. But there were Lex and Rex, if you LR interchange, Rex is king again, so that's how they fabricated the law, and the law was his horseman in order. Solyman can be solyman. Solyman in Hungarian means posterior stallion. You know, so Solyman is horseman. What is about horsemen? Wild, whatever, you know. But today they write Solyman is written in sources. Solyman, right? Silo, there was said for a posterior's horse, but said for a even for men, somebody's well-made, physically, how to say, has a kind of force and, you know, whatever. And mean is a stallion in Hungarian. Posterius, let's say, wild, or I guess, posterius, say it in English. So Solyman also, but I forget to put here. You know, so Alex, low, what is Vol, yes, so yes, the Jews, you know, Vol, because he's a builded Babylon captivity, which lets you understand that closet, so Vol is clean, close, yeah, closet. Probably Alex, I don't know exactly how says it, but see, not Cyrus liberated the Jews, but he closed it, so some shit, you know, but if Alex is Cyrus, Alex says in English, close, like I said it is, right? Lex, low again is about low or wall. So Giza building, cornerstone of piece that Jason says is about stone wall, how to say now, or low. Because stone certain Ishtan in God in Hungarian, but Satan. If I say in English, right? And Tony Hungarian is doctrine again. You know? The Scythians are coming from Tanois, so they, of course they don't mention positive things about them, or the yard taxes, which was confounded with even in Solinus, where the source says that was confounded with the Tanais River, the Don River, where was Scythia, you know, European Scythia, let's say. Always he mentioned it. Tanais and the Meltis, also like always mentioned the Baskitio. Even in other sources for Alexander, he said, I guess, Orisarian or Curtius. He says this was the Tanais, So instead of Jaxartes, which is one of the river of Amur Lake, so it is clear, man, it's the fabricated all the northern or central Eurasian northern stories cut that here and is. So Louis the Great, an interesting Alex in action in BC here is king, so takes action because already 33 beat the Persians, no? 31, so he already started his actions around here. Louis the Great of Hungary, with others Angelwinge, and interestingly goes to, and he was the only Hungarian king who was Polish king. So there's a suspicion that he made Angelwings if he has the Angelwing name, no? Which I make it Angelwing. Well, what the fuck is? So it's 1 year off goes to Vienna liberated by, So the big action probably of Alex. Here also, Louis goes to Serbia in 50s. Serbia has the Persian name, So if I add here, let's say, 8 years, and here I take out 8 years, Alex is already conquered Persia and goes to Central, enters in Central Asia. Interesting, after that goes to India. Or dies. So let's see with the dying date, how many it takes to Angelwings Vienna. But yeah, Louis was in Serbia until 55. Or goes all around Italy until this date, 55th. So in fact, I take just like this, let's say Attila's birth here in Aftergrad. Here they put when Alex went to Central Asia and from there goes to India. So look, Louis in Serbia. But Serbia has the Persian, Here. Goes and otherwise he goes to Napoli, Lithuania, Napoli name was the same. Lithuania. Napoli is the same thing. Here, first Serbian war, so around here. There was also a date for 56. Or goes to Dalmatia, which is also Croatia here, already said on Serbia mentioned it. So plus minus 2-3 years, whatever. Here again is Bosnia and some Valachians and Turks. This is the Southern War, so it's the same thing probably. So Persia is Serbia. And Louis the Hungary probably is Idantiros. Hungarians are Scythians, let's say, But Idantiros is Alex. So Alex the Greek probably was Scythian or Hungarian, how to say. Or a duplicate came out like this, because I don't know. Maybe it was not Hungarian, but Korean, I don't know. So I don't know. I just make similarities. So Alex in action here. And interesting also another guy who existed there, but interesting that came here. So not somebody came from here, there. Or Anatolia is not Persia, but come on man, it's like an American don't know where is Hungary. If you say Ukraine or Hungary or Poland, it's the same thing for him, Or Romania, Bulgaria, the same distances or whatever. Solyman said on Wikigo that lawgiver in Turkey, interesting, so somebody give them laws, but in Europe is called magnificent, which is if you are Hungarian and think a little bit, Hungarians in Hungary are dead, they are not thinking only me like crazy here. So had de facto Western Europeans call it Solyman magnificent, because why? Because beat Hungary. So for Eastern European is magnificent, it's good that Hungary is beaten. Alright, we are divided and we are ruled by parasites, so of course it's good. But in normal way, is mental illness, So, fucking, no, not in Turkey, especially when the Turkish varieties, or the Islam, Muslim varieties, always, he said that, they said, I saw somewhere, some Hungarian official say that, that's why I say that, I don't know, the Buddha castle was so fantastic with gold, covered with gold and I don't know what, because the Arabs or the Muslim varieties are usually using, even they calling their leaders like son of God, son, all this, bigger, you know. Yeah, but why they not call it solyman magnificent? So not in Europe, you know. This is a fucking mocking that they're showing that is everything is opposite also, you know. So Alex Solyman, there is so suspect that in fact Solyman was some Nord there who went there. Alex, Louis the Great. After Louis the Great is Sigismund of Luxita king. He has action, but only that to Thracian part of Turkey in Europe, so Bulgaria, how to say, Gallipoli and things like this. Of course, it's not said, not even in this military history book, which I show you know. It's not those, but there are almost contemporary sources which say. But they do not say this is also a puppet. But even it's the most extensive Hungarian military history book. But that's it, you know. So, they got to the story and but no, Sigismund beaten in Bulgaria somewhere by Turks, but it's probably the same story like Alex goes or is it, they fabricated the story reverse also, beaten or winned or whatever, you know. But the interesting, so yeah, interesting is after Kruiste, so with 1 year, there was if I would dig from which time was Alex king, you know, I would dig at least in the 19th century books, probably not even this date is fixed, you know, but probably also approximate. So he for Augustus the Great also I saw that year 38 also. So whatever. So he died 1 year off. Another great named Dude, so Alex the Great. He also was, let's say, lawgiver because he introduced the Christianity or doctrine, Don, Satan, Satan. All right, so another, you know, so another great at this date dies. This takes action, becomes king. Or Alexander came out there, you know, especially Idantiros' name was written Jan Cyrus also Justinus, in Orosius Attirus, so he totally let out the letter and ein letter. First when I saw I was looking because I already knew some Scythian king names, so who the heck is this Attirus? And after they came in my head, but it's Idantiros, but you know. So Alexander, low legs, or a closer, Ander, probably the Scythian king closet the Jews, were liberated, because you know, every story has the probably the opposite also. And who are the Jews? And you know, oh, the real Israelis. So Jason also pushes that Israelis were the whites and the rest was the Jews or something. So Alexander name in this form, not similar to Idantir, you know. There was about the fuck was it? I guess Alexander in Turkish in that Hungarian chronicle also, which is not Hungarian, but he said it was Hungarian, but was copied when Buddha was occupied and it was copied by a Turk and later whatever. It is made up some story or some. So even here he said that Alexander in Turkish is called Iskander, I guess, you know. So Iskander again, Iskander, similar to Skander, the Albania, you know, or again, it's southern region. They made up anything, you know. Scania is a, where, you know, like a Scania, big trucks in Sweden. So Scania came to goats, so what other was the Hunse, so Norte, but in other Huns came from Glacial Ocean, Amianus or Saint Jerome, or the Frozentala is Don against Scythia. But Don is not frozen, so again, North or what? Skanderbege also is like a I fucking I cannot say it. Soccer is Kitian. Iskander, Iskander, Alex, close to Macedonia, no? Probably until now, the Serbians and Macedonians called it, and there was one Macedonia Slav and not Greek. Holy fuck. So Iskander, Alex, Sander, Idan, Tyros, Justinus is written, Jan Cyrus. Jan Cyrus already has the Cyrus, wait a minute, right? No. Jan has the Janisari name, Jani Sariye, which he said was foreign Turkish army. The Janisari is similar a little bit to Gendarmerie, so the police. And like I said once, that so the Polish Angel Wings equals Hussars of Jan Sobiecki. So the Jan nemen, Hussar nemen, en Jani Sar, you know. Fucking. So that they were Turkish, and they fought the Ottomans after when the Hungarian kingdom ended, you know. They know not for nothing is a duplicate again. They made up for one thing, two people and put the part in history, you know. They don't tell us in fact it's Cyrus and it's Alexander probably also, you know. I'm just saying like this because I don't I wrote this half hour ago probably until now. I was thinking to record it, just came now in my head like this, you know, so probably, you know, I don't know. But you know, you can, you know. Plus, so yeah. Now, somebody wrote it down that here that Alex liberated the Jews once. Or Alex low, but under men in Greek, so low men. So like Solyman in, you know. And interesting, those only stay European king goes to crusade, so that region again, Holy Land or Southern Anatolia, let's say, or Mesopotamia, that region, you know. There's also an Andrew on there, you know. So fuck. If I give that Alex died in Babylon, Persia after Indian campaign, and went back to Holy Land. It goes to when Solyman, the lovgivare, under men, Alex under law, lovgivare occupies capital of Hungary. You know? It's capital of Persia, I guess Babylon was for amongst others probably, you know. So exactly. Emmett Finney is good because he comments. So he's live, let's say. Live. He's not just write a few books and very much. The same things, man. Holy Beret, all these hocus pocus and nothing. I don't enter. So you know, Lewis in action, who was only Hungarian king, who was Polish. It's from 70 otherwise only. It goes to the biggest action of famous, you know. Vienna. So Vienna again is important. Vienna is like, I don't know, Jerusalem or Babylon or I already say that is Rome also, because Hungarian Vienna called it Pech, but Pech in Romania means eternal. So like Rome, the eternal city. But Rome also in Romania has the eternal name because Mereu in Romania means always. So like eternal, how to say, you know. Mount Meru and shit, you know. So Vienna is important. Not accidental is made up that this was the most famous action of Angel Wings. It's a global thing probably at least. Not Holy Land there where it's said Holy Land, not Hungary, just Austria, you know. They also mentioned Gunnar Heinsohn also. Alright, I saw some. Janis Saris, Turk Center in Europe. Och let's say Turks Ottomans are formed. Alright, I don't look at directly on this, so I just see now. So I don't know what to react just here for with this. They talk about 300, 700, 200 years duplicates. In BC 1000 and in BC also and after class 1000 also. Alright, that's it.